Hello, thanks for watching. Happy Friday. It's Friday, the 25th of October, 2019, as I speak. The moon is in Virgo, still in Virgo. She has been there since Wednesday, but today she enters Libra. Well, tonight, UK time, she enters Libra, 19 minutes past 9 p.m. And the most obvious thing to say about that is it brings more balance into things. It's also kind of more sociable. People make new friends as well, actually. It's really rather good for that. Partnerships basically are, they come into focus around social things, so who knows? When we talk about partnerships, many people think, relationships, love. It could be, it really could be, but there are other ways of partnership which are equally rewarding, if not more rewarding. Anyway, before I go any further, I'm going to do today's quote. We've had the Bible, we've had the Bhagavad Gita, and I woke up this morning with a quote from Diana Ross. So this is copyright Diana Ross, no doubt. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? As that song kind of fades into obscurity, I think those are the things that are worth thinking about and remembering. Now, we're headed towards Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, and we are actually, we're 2 days before the Mercury retrograde pre-shadow phase becomes intensified. The actual retrograde station, that's the word I'm looking for, happens on October the 31st, so we're pretty close to that now. Anyway, yes, Libra moon coming in later today. Let's have a look. Things have changed a little bit. Things are a bit less tense. We've still got the sun opposite Uranus. That has more to do with leadership and generally the rules and regulations that we all live by than the actual interactions we have with people. Usually, you never quite know. Radical upsets, that kind of thing happen. Big events that change things. And the bottom line is, when things change under crisis conditions, it is actually all meant to be somehow out there in the universe, and it does lead us towards an understanding of what we could do to avoid those crises in the future. So it's a real positive thing, do not worry about it. Yesterday we had Moon square Uranus. Today the Moon is square Jupiter, and that just tends to mean things can get a bit overblown, a bit overrated, and we can just go a bit further with things than we really want to. So kind of evaluate that, friends, if you can. It's reasonable to be critical, I think, at a time like this. Not just of other people, but of ourselves as well. Things can just overgrow, we can overindulge, we can be overconfident. Basically, it's about excess. But, it's generally speaking a pleasant, comfortable sort of transit. It's not an opposition, it's a square. It's a bit kind of, but it's not too bad. It's really not too bad. Mercury itself still avoiding Scorpio, but isn't that just the way of things? Goodness me. And let's just have a look at the Mercury retrograde calendar. Might as well go over it again because it is coming up and it is going to be quite significant over the next few weeks. It's really, because it's actually all in Scorpio, or it's all about Scorpio. The pre-shadow started when the moon was in Scorpio. That's all when Mercury was in Scorpio. The actual retrograde station on the 31st is in Scorpio, and the direct station, which is at the end of it, is also in Scorpio. So this means kind of Scorpion issues coming up quite a lot. Could be quite tricky because there's a really strong desire with the Scorpio influence to see things as absolutely one way or absolutely the other way and think, well, there can't be any middle ground. I know this, or he knows this, or she knows, whatever. Just whatever opinions drive us, really. We tend to go very strongly towards them. And this is the thing with the Moon square. I can't remember these things for 2 minutes. What's the Moon square? I just said it a minute ago. No, tell me, it's 11.6% full. I know that, yeah, the Moon square Jupiter, that's what it is. And that explains a lot, because Jupiter is the ruling planet of Sagittarius, and I'm a Sagittarius, and I've just kind of overblown a few things in this message, I think. But, pleasant, comfortable conditions, it ought to be good. Enjoy it. Mercury retrograde can be a bit of a bumpy ride, but again, nothing at all to worry about. So I'll just make that quote again. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Mercury retrograde will help to get those things sorted out and get you to a better place, I hope. Meanwhile, have a fantastic day. Have a great weekend. If you're not around, I'm going to keep on doing posts every day because that's what I do. And I'll see you again very soon, friends. Peace.